Hello, beautiful people. Oh my goodness. Sorry it took me so long. Yeah, it's just one of those days. Just let me have a sip of water. So you will notice that I still have the Christmas tree. Because a friend of mine, I'm not happy with where this is sitting. Sorry, guys, just let me move that a bit. That's a bit better. You can see the cat. A friend of mine mentioned to me on New Year's Eve that he doesn't take his stuff down until February when we celebrate not La Masse, Imbolc or Candlemas. Excuse me, because of the light, and it brings the warmth into the home. So I thought, you know what, I like that idea because it means that I can take my Christmas tree down bit by bit. I was supposed to take the tinsel down today. That didn't happen because I was sat on my chair and I had my electric blanket on and I got attacked by cats. They all decided to come and sit on my knee. So because the electric blanket was on. So yeah, I didn't really get as much as I wanted to do done. And I have not managed to prepare anything for the live stream tonight. So I am flying by the seat of my pants, as some of us say. Let's have a look who's in the chat. Kirsty, hi, my darling. Hope all is good with you. Hi, Pete. Brilliant to see you here. Diz, thank you for being here. And I saw Chris C as well. Hi, Chris C. Thank you, my two mods for the evening. So just a reminder to anybody who may be deciding to troll tonight, fuck off. Diz and Chris are excellent at what they do, and they will boot you off of the chat. So yeah, if you are going to say anything, please make it respectful and polite. We've got a wonderful chat community, and I really don't want other people to come in here and ruin that, because it's not necessary. There are other places where you can go and talk about your shit. Who have I missed? Elle, hi Elle, lovely to see you. Thanks for joining. Hope I've not missed anybody else. Let's just have a quick look back. So if you do want to chat, please feel free to chat. Again, as I say, keeping it nice and polite and friendly. And my other computer is just being it's the hamster. The hamster is trying to sort itself out. I don't want to look at that. I just want to get my YouTube going on this one so that I can, and it keeps opening something else that I really don't want to see. I was doing looking up stuff on Bonnie Blue. I know it was just, I had an idea and I thought, no, I don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that. I'm guessing you can all hear me and see me okay. Sorry guys, bear with me a second. Here we go. It's coughing to life. It's coughing to life. Come on. Come on. Oh my goodness. Coughing still, coughing. Ooh, I've got a movie here that looks good, so I shall have to add that to my list in a minute. Horror movie. What I do like though is they put these amazing AI images on them, and then you watch them and they're shit. So yeah, got a lot of half-watched horror movies. Sorry guys. Sanovid fine. Hi Draka. Hi Liam and Alistair. Thank you for joining. Lovely to see you. Yes, trolls will not be tolerated. Thank you for that. Kirsty, you've still got your Christmas tree up. Comes down tomorrow, 12 days after Christmas. But to be honest, I like the warmth from the lights brightening up the room. Exactly. This one I will put away because this is my office. This is where I work. So, and people aren't used to the pagan ideas of, you know, back in the day, people would have brought their trees in from outside. What the hell, I've got charcoal all over here, and I've broken a nail. So people would have brought in trees from outside and boughs and branches and stuff with berries on, and, you know, it would have made the house look beautiful, sort of bringing nature inside. And I think to myself, yeah, let's keep nature inside at this time of year. You know, it's just, we need cheering up, don't we? After all the shit that has been going on since New Year. I'm not going to talk about Trumpty Dumpty. I am going to talk about the grok thing. I saw, Chris, you put up a comment. I'm going to go and read that in a minute. And I'm going to talk about a few other things that I've got open on my computer from the last time I was live streaming. But there are other things that I wanted to talk about. But anyway, we will cross that bridge if needs be, but I'm sure we'll have loads of stuff to say. Anyway, how was your New Year and your Christmas? Let me know in the chat. Did you do anything unusual? Did you do anything different? Did you get wasted? Did you go to bed before midnight? You know, what have you done? Let me know. I went to a forest. It's a sacred forest. And luckily I didn't have to camp. They have a cabin. So I was in the cabin, which was nice. It was warm. I had my little gas camping heater with me, and that kept me and Thorn warm. He wasn't impressed with it, but he liked the fact that he had a proper bed to sleep on. I don't think he likes being in the car, but I actually let him loose now in the car so that he can sit behind me, sort of between the seats. He likes to sit there. So I know it's not ideal, and I know, you know, if anything happens and so on, but it looks like he gets car sick, and he sort of hangs his head off of the edge of the seat. So I am going to have a look at getting some sickness tablets for him for next time I travel, which will be fairly soon. So yes, Chris went to bed before midnight, but didn't get any sleep due to the fireworks. Where I was, there were hardly any fireworks, but then again, middle of a forest. So really, I don't remember hearing any. But we did have some pyrotechnics, but these are sparklers, and we've got a fire, we've got fire marshals, and it's all very, very, you know, monitored and made sure that we're all safe, and some smoke things and stuff. So it was all very safe, and we do it all the time. So it was lovely. A really lovely night, and dancing around the fire, and just absolutely beautiful night. Bit cold, but I had my big red fluffy coat on, and and my blankets, and the fire was very hot, so we were all nice and in fact, we had to move back from the fire because I think my face got a bit sunburned. Kirsty stayed up for the bells, watched Rock TV as they stopped all ads. Excellent. And the sound drowned out the fireworks. Had a wee dram and was in bed by 1 a.m. The only Christmas decoration left is the tree, so down tomorrow. Okay. New Year's Eve, you went to hell and set the place up for Trump. Brilliant. Brilliant. I hope it's a massive burning throne that he's going to sit on with a spike for his rectum. And yeah. So yeah, and then I was up till 3, I think, and I also had a little drink at midnight. I had a bit of mead left in one of my mead bottles. That's it now. That's all gone. So I had that, and then I was drinking pop and water the rest of the night. Very, very well behaved. The food was delicious. 2 of the ladies, one had cooked a chicken curry, which I don't eat curry because of my hernia and my stomach issues. And the other lady cooked a vegetable stew, which was what I had, and it was delicious. And I took some of these trifle cakes that you can get from Tesco. Oh my God. If you haven't had it, guys, get it. It is delicious. Absolutely delicious. I was like, you don't need to put it out in a bowl, just get a spoon and eat it out of the thing. Obviously not all at once because you will get sick, but really, really yummy. Delivery of bunker oil for the fire that will surround Trump will be delivered shortly. Fantastic, Chris. Have we got a proof of delivery, or is it a proof of death that we're going to have there? Let's have a look. First footed my home with the 2 kids, stay up until 2 a.m. Sadly, my partner had to work on New Year's Day, so was up at 6 a.m. to take her to work. Oh, bless you. Yes, Kirsty, a la little Nikki, definitely. Oh, that's crap, Alistair. That's a bit crap about having to get up at 6. What does your partner do? Hopefully they were, okay and everything. It's crap working on New Year and Christmas. I've done it before when I worked in a pub and worked in a hotel. I keep forgetting to put my blooming nose ring in. Well, it's being delivered by UPS, so proof of delivery will consist of a photo of the fire being lit. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So, she's a retail worker. Oh, dear. Yeah, my sister as well. She does, she works for Tesco. She works in different departments now. She sort of goes, she's pretty good at what she does. So I think they ask her to do different stuff, and she works long shifts, bless her. She works really hard, my sister. She really is amazing. And there's nothing wrong with retail. I used to work in retail years ago, and I had my own shop at one stage. So yeah, retail is good. So anyway, I've got this tree that I bought. I got it on Amazon. It's a birch thing and it lights up. I've not put batteries in it yet, but it does have a thing for being plugged in and that. So probably rechargeable batteries. But anyway, so that is going to be in my living room. I'm going to take the tree in my living room down because I'm going to put that where it is. The tree in my living room's on top of a cabinet because it's only 4 foot. So that's going to go where that is. I'm going to put some specific baubles onto it. I thought it was lit up then. It's the light shining from the computer screen. I'm going to put some specific baubles onto it that I've got like hand-painted sort of pagan trees and that kind of thing. So they're going to go on it, and that's going to stay up probably until Ostara, because obviously it'll be there for in bulk because it is a birch tree. And then I also bought a pack of candles. I thought they were going to be bigger, but they'll get used because candles always do. And I also got myself some garlands of cherry blossom, although I don't think it's time to put the cherry blossom up quite yet. I have got snowdrops and they are coming up in the planters that I've got. Then I bought these rosy ones, green and white roses, and I got some butterfly ones as well. So, but these will all get used when I go camping too, because obviously when you're in a tent, there are no lights. So, and then when I got the cats their Christmas presents, one of them was in this bauble, and it was, there were 4 items in it, a couple of mice and a couple of balls. And so I've kept it because it opens, and I'm going to put some stuff in there for a spell, and it will hang on the tree. So I'll let you know when I do that. I'll probably record what I do so that you guys can watch it if you want to. Alistair, you had a good New Year's dinner, started to cook it before she got home. Sounds wonderful. No, batteries. Love that. Fantastic, Elle. Yeah, so that's wonderful that you started to cook it before she got home. My sister did all the cooking, bless her. She's an absolute genius at cooking. Me, I'm crap. I burn water. So, you know, it is what it is. But we enjoyed it. My sister cooked amazing food and we enjoyed it. And then New Year's Day, I came home. I got home at about, what time is it? About 2:45. Unpacked the cats, threw some stuff in the house, put on my running gear and went for a run because I had to have that run on New Year's Day. So I went for a run, just 3 kilometers, just a short one. And I've run every day since. Today, with the cold, absolutely freezing today, but I've got some new thermal tops for underneath. So I've got like thermal layer, then a running shirt, which is like the charities that I raise money for, then another long sleeve top over that, and then my running jacket over the top of that, which is windproof. And my leggings are what? Peacock impression on Mikey Famin's soundboard. What the hell is that? Oh, has he copied it? Oh my God. I want copyrights. If Mikey's listening, I want copyrights for that. I need Moolah. You must pay me for that. Oh my God. The things we do. So I'm going to have to, yes, get hold of Mikey and tell him off. No, it's okay. I don't mind. I really don't. As long as he credits it to me, that's the main thing. That's what's important. I said something once at the forest where I go to, and one of the guys said, "Oh, can I use that?" I'm like, "No, as long as it's copyrighted to me, because sometimes we say things and think, oh, that's really good. That's, and my sound effects are pretty good. I am pretty good at doing sound effects of things. He did credit me. Oh, thank you, Alistair. I shall have to go and have a look at that later on. So yeah, my running today, I did hill work. Yeah, because the rates that I've got on the 14th of February is hills. And yeah, that did kill me. I had to, I'd run up the hill, stop, run back down, stop, run back up and down, up and down. And yeah, I'd have to stop to catch my breath because obviously I was pushing it up the hills. So, it's just got to be done. I've got to do it. So, yeah. And today I have been eating healthy. I have had toast for breakfast because I like toast in the morning with 2 cups of tea, porridge at lunchtime. Then I had a McMuffin because yesterday I ordered McDonald's and I ordered myself a McMuffin with it. So I 286 calories. So that's all. I'm writing all my calories down. And I've just had my dinner before I came live, and it was Chinese noodles with chicken, just very plain, cooked it myself. So yeah, it was in a packet, packet of noodles, packet of veg, chicken. That's it. So, and I've got some strawberries and 0 fat Greek yogurt with a what they're called meringue nest, which is only 50 calories. So they did obey me, Elle. Yes, they did. They put all the extras on that I asked for, which was quite a surprise because they don't normally do that, do they, when you ask for the extras? And it was delivered in record time as well. I just couldn't be bothered to cook. I could not be bothered to cook. That's less calories than what Trump consumes when he has a McDonald's, over 2,000 calories in one meal. Well, yesterday probably was that, but I had run. What day is it? Sunday. It's Monday today, isn't it? So I ran on Friday. I did nearly 7 kilometers. So I forgive myself. So yeah, because I had a quarter pounder with cheese, medium fries, medium Coke, full fat Coke. I think if you're going to have a burger, why not? That's pointless having the Diet Coke. And so I had full fat, and then I had a McFlurry, and then I had the McMuffin today. So yeah, I was a bit naughty, but tuna noodles. So sorry, I see that there's chat going on. Oh, okay, somebody's got the flu. Okay, Chris C, you've got the flu. Bless you. Squeaky hedgehog. Yes, here's Spike. Who was saying, was it Pete or Alistair saying McSpike from Scotland? Can't remember now who said it the other day, but yeah. Yesterday, I think it was, when I cancelled the live stream. Sorry about that, guys. I was just feeling so tired. I think, the Christmas period, it's very tiring on all of us, isn't it? We all get exhausted from what we do. You wrote your golf off. Oh, Pete, are you okay? Was anybody hurt? That's the main thing. Was it a Scott's cousin? Yes, McSpike. Yikes, McSpike. That's it, Pete. Thank you. Are you okay? That's the most important thing. Are you okay? And oh my God, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Accidents are never fun. Never ever fun. It's that crunch sound that the car makes. It's bloody awful. Even now, years ago, I had an accident in my car, and it was not in this country, in South Africa. And it was a person had pulled out in front of me they shouldn't have pulled out, to turn that way. And it was a solid white line in South Africa. Kirsty, if you're watching, it was Edenvale. And they pulled out in front of me, and I couldn't stop in time, so I T-boned them. They were at fault, not me. But that crunch of metal, and that your stomach sinks, and it's like, oh, for fuck's sake. All that money. I'm so sorry. So sorry, Pete. No injuries, all well, thanks. Good. Oh. The roads are very icy now. Yeah, pavements are just as bad. Golf wanted to try the roundabout, I guess. Yeah. T-bone. Yeah, Elle, it's a long time since I've had a T-bone. The crunch is so horrible. It is. It really is, that sound. And you just think, you just know. I don't know if any of you guys have this, but sometimes when I'm dreaming, I wake up, as I'm falling asleep, I wake up, I'm driving in my dream, and I wake up just as I'm about to hit the car in front. Awful, scary dream. Chrissy, your mind's turned into chest infection, got coughing all day. Oh my God. Oh, maybe the golf took offense to the flag shaggers painting roundabouts. Was it a painted roundabout or a big roundabout, Pete? Hi, Sarah. Thanks for joining. Lovely to see you. So just to update everybody who's joined, poor Pete's had an accident in his car. The car's a write-off, but luckily he is fine. So we can all thank the goddess that there was that protection. And all you guys with flus and colds and things, stay wrapped up, stay warm, lots of fluids. Just look after yourselves. What I love about this is that we all care for each other, don't we? Every single one of us on here cares for each other, because we've all been through so much shit. And it's all thanks to Graham for bringing us all together. It really is. Graham has a lot to answer for. So I'm not going to talk about the gigantic orange elephant in the room, but I am going to talk about grok. So, Chris, you'd put up a comment here, just scrolling back up. I love that, Chris C. Owner in training on the lead sleeve. Brilliant. That's brilliant. Hopefully you can do that, because that's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, where's that comment gone, Chris C? I can't see it now, but it was something about the government has sent a strongly worded letter to Twitter. Yeah. Always makes me think of Titanic, the strongly worded letter. There needs to be more action than that. Our friend who has had these, I just was shocked last night when I saw it, because I'd heard of this undressing AI thing, and I didn't think about it, because I thought that you know, it wouldn't happen to people that I know. But of course I should have known, because, you know, people are fucking trolls. And, you know, Tans, if you're watching, I've got your back. And my God, if you want me to do some pow, 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 put them up, I'm there. And I'm 6 foot tall, you see. So, yeah. I doubt very much that that's going to happen to me, because I am 56 and I get a lot of flack from blokes online telling me I look old and all the rest of it. And I think, oh, I don't care. I just don't care anymore. And Tan is absolutely beautiful. So I can see why that has happened. It shouldn't. It shouldn't. It is absolutely horrendous and it shouldn't happen. And I hope that the police will actually do something about it. I really, really do. And if there's anything that we can do or that I can do, please let me know and I will do whatever I can to help. I think somebody needs to set up a petition to get it into government so that it can be discussed in government, because it needs to be bloody stopped. It needs to be stopped. I mean, it's bad enough that they were putting, you know, your head onto porn stars' bodies, and now they're actually doing it with the person. And you know, the mind boggles. The mind absolutely boggles. Do these cretins have nothing better to do with their lives, really? I just, and I know it's not all men. I know it's not all men, but blokes, sort yourselves out. Good God. I saw a video the other day. I can't remember who the content creator was. There's a few that I watched. Speech Prof is one. Will Hitchens, I think his name is another. And there's a couple of others. And it was a guy stood with his doll. Not a ventriloquist dummy, but a doll. And he was saying, she will clean for me. She will cook for me. None of you will. And I thought, okay, you've bought a doll. You know, maybe that's all you're going to get, because the toxic manosphere that is out there has caused an entire generation, not just the current generation, not just the Gen Zs, but, you know, a lot of men in the Gen X group to become toxic as well. A lot of women that I know in the Gen X age group, which is where I'm from, gone through divorce, and they're like, yeah, fuck that, not doing that again. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. Petition last year and it's shut now, got very low numbers. Okay, we need to start a new one. Will Hitching, Hitchens, I think, Hitchens. He's an Oz bloke. He's from Australia. He's a great bloke. Love his content. He really, really, really shouts at all the alpha males. If you want to do the housework in your house, that's fine, but no one should be forced to. Exactly, Diz. I completely agree. I very rarely do my housework. Very rarely do my housework. I'm not very good at it. It's not that. It's just that there are other things that are far more interesting to do. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to write to my MP. Sorry, my ankle's a bit sore from dancing on New Year's Eve. Because of the movement in the foot goes from side to side, whereas running is that. So anyway, yeah, it just, I'm fucking angry. I am so angry. And there was, where did I put my phone? Here we go. I'm going to find it. It was something that I commented on yesterday. And it was on FaceCrack. And I got loads of comments from people, from men, telling me that I was a crazy cat lady, which I've never, ever denied. I am a crazy cat lady. I'm very happy with being a crazy cat lady. So I responded to all these men with gift comments, just sort of like laughy comments, you know, daft ones. I put the response, it was to an independent article. A new report shows that more women than ever are walking away from their marriages because they have just had enough. Now, I can't read the article because it's the Independent and it's behind a paywall. So I put a comment on saying, came here for the comments from men and they don't disappoint. And I got 754 likes. So some of the comments are things like, believe it or not, most of us aim to please. I'm glad we could provide you what you came here for. Came here to see the local cat lady man hater comment, didn't disappoint. Just looking at these comments, guys. A lot of women supporting me, which is great. Another guy says, loving the misandry, go for it. Misandry is a made-up word. And this one says, and the sons learn from their father's mistakes and vow never to repeat them. This I've observed with marriage rates among white males plummeting and the replacement white population now and never to return. Be careful what you wish for because some ? Are very happy at this now irreversible situation. Yeah, the sons did learn from their father's mistakes and they copied them. They copied them. So going into a relationship, and we as daughters, and I do think that this is generational, that the Gen X generation were the generation where women could buy their own home, open their own bank account, you know, get a job where we could support ourselves, whereas previous to that, you had to marry. And that, I think that my generation did change everything in the sense that we saw what happened to our mothers, that they were subservient to our fathers, and thought, fuck that, I'm not doing that. And that's what I thought. I'm never going to be like that, never. And I never have been. And here we are in a place now where women have just said, why? Why should we bother? Why should we bother? Another guy said, I came here for the bravado talk from women and they don't disappoint, posting as they make dinner for their husbands or sit there alone with their cats. So I posted a picture of me with, of a woman sat with hundreds of cats around her, obviously, you know. Came here to find this comment, found it straight away. You always find this comment in every man versus woman post. You find it on every woman versus man post as well. Okay, anyway, so men in the comments are proving the point. Yeah, they are, that women no longer want to put up with men. Yes, there are fantastic men out there, but they are very few and far between. And we as women don't know which ones are good and which ones are bad. All we know is from our experience, and the vast majority of women have experienced some form of SA, SV, DV, or grape. And there was somebody who shouted at me, when I was at the video about Russell Brand that I did last week, why can't you say the R word? And I'm like, because YouTube won't let me. It's not that I won't say those words. I would say those words if YouTube would let me, but it would flag up the video. And I mean, sometimes that video, initially, it came up and it was going to take an hour to upload. So I had to go back in, edit it, get stuff out, and then load it. So, yeah, and I know that other content creators have the same problem as well, if there are words that are, you know, used that shouldn't be used and what have you. And even though my videos are all checked to not for children, but, you know, I actually quite like that about YouTube, that it has this sort of protection around it, because it does mean that it has it, whereas Facebook doesn't. And obviously I haven't been on Twitter since Musk bought it. I left. That was it. I left. I closed my account and I left. I'm like, no, not supporting that fucking boor. That's gone cold quickly. Gen X was the progressive generation. Millennials and Gen Z are carrying that torch on, which is brilliant. And that's what we hoped they would do. Because I think, Chrissy, we were the ones that started learning about ecology, about saving the planet. We were the ones that were sort of at school taught, like, look, you know, the rubbish situation, the, you know, the dumps, the and all of that sort of stuff that I don't think previous generations had been taught. So, yeah, moving forwards, let's hope that men and women can, you know, start connecting. Whereas when you've got, you know, people like Andrew Tate in this world who just are absolutely despicable and steal money from young boys. However, somebody, Jess, I think, I don't know if she's watching tonight. She follows Gadget, who I follow. He's an Australian, and he reports a lot on Andrew Tate. And yeah, there have been a lot of young lads that have gone onto Gadget's posts recently and said, yeah, we've realized that Tate's such a dickhead, and we are now, you know, off of the war room and, you know, changing our lives for the better, because there is no such thing as an alpha male. It doesn't exist. I've still got to record my Andrew Tate video, which will be coming in the next couple of days. I just wonder what crap my mum went through in the 60s, 70s and 80s when she was working. She never talked about. Makes me think both my parents worked. Yeah, Alistair. In the 80s, I remember being, when I was a kid at school, that would have been the 70s actually, I remember a young lad looking at my skirt and it upsetting me, and my mum had to go up to school. And then when I was about 14, and this was in South Africa, walking into town from school, and some guy drives past in his car and, you know, catcalling us, bunch of girls in the school uniforms, you know, it just, and I think it's got to the stage now where, you know, if somebody does something like that to me, I immediately tell them to fuck off. I'm just not in the slightest bit interested. And I watch these videos of these men approaching these women in bars, and the man's like, you know, what's your name? And she's like, no, thank you, I'm not interested. And the guy is like constantly trying to get more information from her, and she's like, look, I'm not interested. Sometimes you've got to say fuck off to them because they won't get it otherwise. Let them lose their temper afterwards. Let them call you a slag and all the rest of it, because, you know, it's just not worth it. They will continue to try and keep on trying and keep on trying and keep on trying. I read, in fact, I think I did screenshot it. If I did, then I shall read it out. Sorry, I've got a ton of screenshots on here. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. Here it is. How can I, female 22, reject someone I have already rejected, male 59? The guy is nearly 60. I, 22 female, am trying to reject my neighbour, 59 male. Around a year ago, my neighbour approached me asking if I'd like to go to the cinema with him. I politely said no, and I thought it was the end of it. The next day, he came to the door and asked me again. I said no. He then posted a letter through my letterbox asking again, and I ignored it. At this point, he came to the door again to make sure I knew he would pay, and I said no, I'm okay. By this point, I was freaked out. For some context, I have anxiety, and this neighbor I have known since I was 12. So she's known this guy since she was 12. So it's 10 years later. So he would have been 49 when he met her. So this guy is a paedophile, definitely a paedophile. I've known since I was 12, but only in brief conversations. So I decided to tell my mom. When she found out she said to me not to answer the door and she will deal with him. He knocked the door again, 7 a.m. the next morning, and my mum told him he was a creep and to back off. Since this, he hasn't really spoken to me except for a wave in passing until yesterday. When he approached me asking again, he said he knows my mum thinks he's creepy, but he's just trying to be nice. I was taken off guard and I just said I'd let you know. For context, I have seen him this past year, but either he was with his son or I was with my mum. This was my first time seeing him on my own. I wanted to make this post because I was helping get shopping out of the car and all I could hear was banging on his window and I didn't look up. But when my mum got out of the car, it stopped. I feel so anxious all over again and I don't know what I can say that'll make him stop. So just some edits here. Just thought I'd give some more info. I was stern and told him no very firmly all the times he came to the house. The time I said I'd let him know, I was on the side of the street, not outside my house. So I felt the need to be nicer just because I was going to have to walk a little to get back to the house. And that is true. We so often feel we have to be nice to the guy who is trying to pressure us into something that we don't want to do because they'll hurt us. I'm from the UK, so it makes sense because she'd written mum with a U and Americans write normally mom. We have cameras on our house that we added after the first few run-ins with him, but he hasn't come to the house since then. I'll try to reply to everyone I can. Thanks for all the replies. Really appreciate it. I'm not going to continue to be polite just to spare his feelings and try to maintain what I was trying to convince myself was peace. Thanks again. So yeah, my advice was to contact the police, keep a record of every time he harasses you and move. Don't let him know where you're moving to. I know it's a lot of men can't understand this. You know, a lot of decent men don't understand this. But as women, it is so difficult for us to tell a man to F off because of the fact they might physically hurt us. Now, I'm 6 foot tall. So for me, I'm generally not intimidated by men. So it is something that I will say and will do. And to be honest, you know, now I'm older, I don't really get approached anymore. So that's, you know, oh, thank God. Yeah, but young women, you know, I think of my niece and, you know, she was followed home by some young lads and she ended up going the long way round so that they wouldn't find out where she lived. And I mean, a lot of American responses will be tool up, you know, have mace, this, that, and the next thing. And it's illegal here. However, you can get some products off of the internet, although I do not endorse those products at all. And obviously there are other things that we can do to protect ourselves, but why should we as women feel afraid when we step outside of our front door? Why? We shouldn't feel afraid. And we know that this happens, you know, I'll be running. If there are people walking towards me, I'll run on the road, you know, I'll jump onto the road and run up the road. If it's a bloke, I'll cross the road. Unless it's somebody that I know from the area and if it's like a, you know, a dog walker or somebody I know, but mostly I run in the woods anyway. So I don't, you know, and then I think to myself in the woods, I very, very rarely see other runners when I go to Clumber. It's mostly cyclists or dog walkers. And I'm off the beaten path. So, and I know a lot of shortcuts and different ways. So, and I'm running. And, you know, that burst of adrenaline. And besides, I'm all sweaty and that. So who would want to? Although saying that, there was a 60, I think she was 60 years old, so it's not that far off. And this was about 20 years ago, was raped in Worksop, and she was running and she was raped by an 18-year-old, and it was on the side of the road on a dual carriageway. So yeah, these things happen. These things happen. Body spray and a lighter, absolutely. Good one, Kirsty. Remember the pepper sprays we had to carry in South Africa? I had a blue one attached to my keyring and kept another in my bag. Kirsty, I had a Pew Pew. I had a Taurus 38. Snub nose. Saturday night special. And I did have to use it a couple of times. Nobody ever got hurt, but it was, you know, I had that. Yeah, that's how. There were enough times that I was potential hijacking and my house was broken into, and it's like, no, okay, I'm getting a Pew Pew. So yeah, I got myself a Pew Pew. I must say, I do miss it. I really do miss it. My question is, why hasn't that creep been reported to the police? And if he has been reported to the police, what are the police doing about it? Well, Chris, see, that's the thing. The police don't do anything. You know, my ex tried to put a chokehold on me. And so I managed to escape. And then I pressed charges and there was insufficient evidence. So, you know, it is the whole thing. And don't forget that the police are already very misogynistic and patriarchal. I mean, the police women that work in the police force are harassed by the male police officers. And look at Wayne Couzens, you know, his nickname was the Grapist. They knew that that's the kind of person he was. Now we are seeing a lot of change when it comes to you know, these kind of things are being weeded out of the Met Police. But I know that if I had to go to the police station, I would want to speak to a female police officer. I would not want to speak to a man. Just, you know, they can overpower you. They have handcuffs, you know, lock up and throw the key away. I agree with you, Alistair. I absolutely agree. He also promoted COVID-19 conspiracy theories. Okay. Not sure who that is about, Chris C. Must have missed something. Must have missed something there. Problem is there are so many of them in government and the police. There are. And in the entertainment industry. And that's the thing that annoys me the most is on my Russell Brand video, and if you guys want to go, let me just, turn this onto silent. If you want to go and have a look at my Russell Brand video, check the comments. You don't have to watch the video, but check the comments from the men. Silent. There we go. Check the comments from the men. The men are all, oh, were you there? You don't know what happened. These women are all coming out because they want money and so on and so on and so on. I bet these are false accusations. And Brand was a drug addict, an alcoholic, and by his own admission, an intercourse addict. One woman in the initial cases, and I think he's in court this week. Could be tomorrow, actually. I can't remember now when he's in court, but I know it's this month. Was that a Mario ping? I don't know, Elle. I don't know. I just have it pinging when it, because I have, my ringtone is a normal ringtone, you know, like an old-fashioned phone. What am I looking for? Oh, while I think, cucumber. Sorry, guys, I need to remember to put it on my shopping list. You know how you buy stuff before Christmas that you're going to eat and be all healthy, and you go into the fridge and you take it out and it's all squishy? Yeah, that. So what was I looking up? I can't remember now. Bloody hell. Oh, yeah. Russell Brand court case. I see something now from the Mail Online from 12 days ago. Russell Brand jokes about the upcoming court case as he attacks government bid to axe jury trials hours after he was charged. When is he next in court? When is he next in court? Oh, it's June the 3rd. June the 3rd. So, yeah, I shall definitely be covering that, guys, and keeping you updated on that. Because, you know, as far as I'm concerned, I don't care how rich or famous you are. You know, if you have committed those crimes, you should go to prison. It's that simple. In short, a rapist in a dark alley, I'll leave him with night terrors. They won't do that for he's charged with what, a knobhead? Absolutely. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Yeah, I thought it was in court in 2 weeks. Due to January the 20th. I thought it was sometime this month. Thank you, Chris C. Thank you. I thought it was January the 20th. So the June the 3rd one is for these new cases. But one of those women, for the case that he's going to in January, tells a story, and it's on my previous Russell Brand videos, where he orally raped her. So he forced her. He shoved his thing in her mouth, and she was crying. She was trying to get away from him. And he said to her afterwards, I did that because I wanted to see your mascara run. Yeah. You were talking about the non-jury trials. It won't affect him. No, I don't think it will, Diz. I don't think it will. I just think that, you know, when we look back, I mean, he worked for the BBC, didn't he? And there was that whole issue with Andrew Sachs that he was fired for, and, you know, just all the other horrendous things he's done. And now he is trying to say, don't hurt me, don't put me in prison, because I am now a Christian, I've converted. Just because you're a Christian doesn't mean that you didn't commit those crimes, and doesn't mean that those victims are still, you know, suffering from that trauma. And one of the words that he said was, I hope people that I may have hurt in the past go on to heal. I think it was something like that. It's on my video. I did record. I did play the vocal footage in the last Russell Brand video I did, which is from last week sometime. Yeah, it's just absolutely horrendous that, you know, when people like that get away with it, how can the rest of us expect to be protected? How can the rest of us expect to be protected? In fact, let me read some of the comments that were on that Russell Brand video that I did. Bear with me, guys. I hope it doesn't. Let me look at it on this one. I don't want to lose the live stream. He will have a target on his back from the moment he steps into the prison wing. Hopefully, yeah. God might forgive you, but here we have a court and jury to decide your fate. Absolutely. Yes, please tickle that like button and share on media. Oh, yes. And I've got over 800 subs. I got 802 subs today. Yay! Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you to the new subscribers. I was stuck at 780 for ages, and then it started going up slowly. And I was on 799 for weeks. And now today I look and it's 802. So I was really happy about that. God isn't forgiving Brand. He is not a Christian. No, he's not a Christian. Let me just go and see if I can find that Russell Brand video. Bear with me, guys. Hang on. Sorry. Sorry for the silence. Where the bloody hell is it? Oh, that's live streams. We want videos. Of course I can't find it. Oh, there we go. Fresh allegations of abuse against Russell Brand. I'm going to have to move this tree because it's in the way. Sounds like you, juxtapositioning says, sounds like you've already convicted him. He is facing a trial and should be considered innocent until proven guilty, preferably by his peers. This is an insidious video. And I said, are you saying that the women are guilty? If so, of what? Oliver Atwell, I'll call him Twat Waffle. Liberals can't stand the fact he's woken up. P.S. I hated Brand a few years ago. He's not woken up. Sorry, guys, just bear with me. As far as you are concerned, he is guilty no matter what, and no doubt have the opinion that women should be believed without question. No, I do believe that women should be questioned, most definitely. But the percentage of false allegations are so low that, you know, it's got, what, 3, 4, 5 or 6, I think, women now claiming the same thing. Your language, such as misogyny and patriarchy and alt-right, which I never said, I never mentioned alt-right, speaks volumes, I think. I don't use that phrase. I say far-right or fascist. I've never used alt-right. What kind of person record? Oh, that's his answer. Okay. You were there? Question mark. Probably a government attack to discredit his news podcast. Wouldn't surprise me one bit. Why would the government waste their time with shit like that? Seriously. Why? The British government has enough on its plate without dealing with shit like that. So yeah, go and have a look at some of those comments. You don't have to comment, guys. You know, I go and comment. I have arguments with them because I just, you know, I love it. I love arguing with misogynistic men who think that they have a right to grape women and that it's their right, and it's not. Faux outrage, welcome to the group. You'll enjoy it here, I'm sure. No judging, just harmony. Hi, faux outrage. Thank you for joining. Love goth stuff. Most people are clueless about the genre. Hi, faux outrage. Yeah, I do talk about goth stuff. Today's video is actually about the stuff with the AI crap where they are using it to undress women, because I'm a feminist as well. But if you are a goth and you've not heard of the band Ghost Bells, they're brand new. They are touring here in the UK next month. I've got my ticket already for Manchester. Go have a listen. They are sort of EBM stuff. Jessica and Jim, I think is his name. She's Jessica. They are brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So I'm hoping that I will get to do an interview with them. I've asked them. She said, is it Manchester? I'm like, yeah, that's where I'll be. So fingers crossed that I get to do an interview with them. It won't be live streamed, guys. It will be recorded. So yeah, but that is my sort of aim for next month, is to interview Ghost Bells. So yeah, Pete's Music, they are awesome. They are absolutely awesome. Their stuff is so catchy. Used to go see UK Decay and Bauhaus, love Bauhaus. Saw Peter Murphy play. He opened for The Mission at Rock City a couple of years ago. I never saw Bauhaus because I was living abroad at the time. And at the time that Bauhaus were recording and stuff, but absolutely love their stuff. I don't know UK Decay. Adding it to my list of cucumber. Don't ask. There is something else that I need to put on my list and I've forgotten. What? A picture of Stranger Things actor Nell Fisher was manipulated by Grok on Saturday in order to put her in a banana print bikini. And she's 14 years old. Oh my God. Just when? When will they stop? When will they stop? You know, what's going on Twitter at the moment is predatory behavior. It is predatory behavior, and it does need to be shut down here. It really, really does need to be shut down here. Yeah, I did see something about it, but I've been sort of focusing. Well, I had cats on my knee earlier and couldn't move. So I've sort of was watching haunted house stuff. You know, remember that program, A Haunting? What's his face? Oh my goodness, Dan Aykroyd. Dan Aykroyd from Ghostbusters. He does the voiceover for it. Look them up. Decay are the godfathers of goth. They are responsible for goth being called goth. Right, I will do. I will do, most definitely. Because I'm a massive Susie fan. I'm a huge Susie fan. Absolutely massive Susie fan. So, I mean, she never wanted to be called goth, did she? But yeah. So what time is it? Oh, 7:10. And I need my pudding, strawberries and yogurt and a meringue nest. Only 50 calories in that. So right. An ex-AI spokesperson has stated, we take action against illegal content on X, including CSAM, by removing it permanently, suspending accounts, and working with law enforcement. You danced with Peter Murphy at one of his gigs. Oh my God, Kirsty, I am so jealous. I'm so jealous. I could cry. I could cry. I've met the Mission several times, because they used to come and play at the Doors in South Africa. They played there a few times, and I was lucky enough to meet them a few times while I was there. Got my vinyl signed as well by them. They come from Tommy Ten Named Land, and the singer Abo has had run-ins with him at Luton football matches. Thank you for bringing up 10 Names, because that was another topic I was going to talk about tonight. Did everybody see him being thrown out of that pub? It was deliciously beautiful. It was so beautiful. Why are you throwing me out? Why are you throwing me out? Why are you throwing me out? I'm asking you, why are you throwing me out? Raw, right of admission reserved, because he can. He owns the pub. He can chuck you out. It was absolutely brilliant to see that happen. It really, really was. I was just, yeah, more people should do that. So many comments as well on one of the video. I can't remember what platform I was on when I was watching them. It could have been YouTube, saying, I'm going to go to that pub and, support that pub. I might even drive all the way from Scotland to support that pub. Yeah, absolutely. Ewok Powell from Graham Price. Yeah, I love Graham. I do love Graham Price. I think his stuff's brilliant. And I've got to catch up with his stuff as well. A pub landlord does not need a reason to refuse entry or service. Absolutely. Oh my God, I can't type. To be fair, he's not a big chap, so pretty easy to chuck him out. Yeah, but he's always got his bouncers around him, doesn't he? His bodyguards. He's always got them around him, and they're pretty big guys. Yeah, I just, despicable man. Despicable little gnome. So yeah, that was a good thing that happened. So that's one good thing that happened this weekend. Seeing that online was brilliantly funny. I think most of us pissed ourselves laughing over that. Small man syndrome, absolutely, Chris C. Absolutely small man syndrome. Right, my pudding is calling. My heated blanket is calling because my toes are getting cold. I've got socks on, don't worry, but I have to wear sandals. I know, socks and sandals, it's not very trendy, is it? But it's because of my ankle injury. It's the only thing that does not hurt my ankle anymore. So I don't think I'm going to go live tomorrow, but I will on Thursday. I was going to say small dog syndrome, but that would be insulting to small dogs. Absolutely, Chris C. Can't insult small dogs. or any dog, or any cat, because I am the crazy cat lady. Did I put up the picture of me packing away the Christmas stuff? It was AI generated with the cats helping me, because they're all sat there now. They've been pulling the stuff down off of the walls. Sort of, I think they're all getting a bit sick of it, but I love it. And I've just got all this stuff, which I will put up at some stage in the future to make it look all spring-like and stuff. But the birch tree, I'll take a photo of it once I've got it sorted, and that'll be going in my living room, just because it's so. I'm leaving my goth tree up though. My goth Christmas tree is staying up. I'm leaving that up. It looks too good. It looks far too good for me to take it down. Black with silver and like a silvery blue baubles on it, and it's got like silver bells and all sorts of stuff, and I really love it. So if you haven't seen the photo, it should be in my posts. I think I did AI it with a different background, because the background was of my kitchen, and you don't want to see my scruffy kitchen. But I will put up another picture of it so you can see. I think I'll take another photo of it anyway. Fashion takes a back seat when it's winter and your feet are freezing. Take care, everyone, and see you in the chat soon. Yeah, Pete, I hope you get a replacement car soon, Pete. Can Tommy afford to go out? He is skint and is having trouble, according to him, can't afford to pay his court fees. It's because of all his mates that donate money to him. That's why he's just got, you know, he's got some sort of fund going on from them all. Anyway, have a fabulous week. Stay warm. Keep warm, guys. Wrap yourselves up. All of you that have got flu and coughs and stuff, lots of fluids, keep warm. Steaming is good as well. You know, bowl of hot water, put a little bit Vicks in, towel over the head, and let that steam help you. I will probably see you in the chat on either Regan Elite's show or on, I won't be on Geoscope later on, but I'll probably be on Graham's show tomorrow morning. So I will see you all then. Have a wonderful evening. Blessed be. Mwah. Bye.